Hi, I'm Ryan Szymanski, curator for Battleship New Jersey Museum and Memorial. Today we've got another video for you in our series about New Jersey's admirals, this time about Admiral Paul Reason. But first, here's a word from the museum.
Hi, my name's Nan LaCourte. I'm a volunteer on the Battleship New Jersey as a brass restoration team member, and I'm the ship's bugler. I've been on the ship since August of 2001, so this is my 20th year on the ship. This is an absolutely gorgeous, beautiful ship, and it's so exciting to be, after 20 years, still as excited as I was in August of 2001. We really hope that you help us with our fundraising project and contribute to the Battleship New Jersey. Thank you.
Today we've got another video in our series about the great admirals of Battleship New Jersey, as well as in our series of reshoots of some of our older videos from over 2 years ago when we first started the channel. Today we're going to be talking about Admiral Paul Reason. Admiral Reason commanded Battle Group Romeo and Cruiser Destroyer Group 1 from onboard New Jersey in 1989 and 1990. Born Joseph Paul Reason, he was the son of Joe and Bernice, who were both teachers. Reason goes by Paul instead of Joseph, which is his father's name. He was born on March 22nd, 1941, and is currently 79 years old and about to celebrate his second quarantine birthday. While Admiral Reason certainly has military service to his name and combat service to boot, being born just before the United States entered World War II, he doesn't have any of the naval combat experience that many of the other admirals we talk about on this series do, most of them being World War II era admirals, and World War II was the last time that surface ships really fought each other. That said, Admiral Reason is a Vietnam War vet with 7 battle stars to his name, and he is a career-long nuclear-trained officer and surface warfare officer. After graduating high school, he applied to join the Naval Reserve Officer Training Corps, and despite placing second out of some 300 applicants, he was turned down. He then went to a series of other colleges, basically changed colleges every year, and had done 3 years of regular civilian college, prior to being contacted by Congressman Charles Diggs Jr., who was an early advocate in the mid-20th century equal rights movement. Reason accepted the position at the Naval Academy, and despite already doing 3 years of college, did the full 4-year term as a midshipman in order to get his Bachelor of Science degree. He was immediately assigned as the operations officer of Destroyer Escort upon graduation, an old World War II era ship. And then he started jumping around between the various guided missile destroyers and nuclear cruisers in the fleet in a number of positions. During this time as a junior officer, he served off of Vietnam. He did nuclear training. He served on the aircraft carrier Enterprise. And later in his career, he was the executive officer of the nuclear guided missile cruiser Mississippi, the commanding officer of the guided missile destroyer Kuntz, and then the commanding officer of the nuclear destroyer Bainbridge. Following a stint of successful commands, he was promoted from captain to rear admiral and given command of Cruiser Destroyer Group 1. A couple years earlier, Cruiser Destroyer Group 1 had also included Battle Group Sierra, featuring the battleship Missouri in the Persian Gulf. When Reason was in command, it included Battle Group Romeo with Battleship New Jersey. Despite the Iowa-class battleships losing their flag accommodations during their 80s reactivations, Admiral Reason chose Battleship New Jersey as his flagship for the 1989 deployment of the Battle Group Romeo. The ship received a number of alterations at this time, which do show up in some blueprints, but do not show up in the ship's booklet of general plans. So there's some speculation on whether it was a shipyard job or whether many of the alterations were just unauthorized ship alts that the crew did to prepare the space for him. And if you come out and visit the ship today, the ship's modern Admiral spaces were set up exclusively for him, and the Admiral stateroom you get to walk through on our tour route was exclusively inhabited by Admiral Reason. Many of the curatorial spaces on the ship, including my office on second deck on the port side near turret 2, were also taken over by Admiral's flagstaff spaces, which were retrofitted in. With Admiral Reason in command, New Jersey and Battle Group Romeo sailed through the Pacific, the Indian Ocean, and into the Persian Gulf. After successfully commanding the battle group in a hostile environment, the Persian Gulf, just before the Gulf War, Admiral Reason was selected for promotion, and he eventually attained the rank of 4-star Admiral. He was the first African American to ever attain that rank in 1996, and he was made the Commander-in-Chief of the Atlantic Fleet. I forgot to mention earlier that while a commander, he had been assigned as the naval aide to President Jimmy Carter, himself a former naval officer. If you're interested in Admiral Reason's modern naval expertise, he wrote a book, Sailing New Seas, which is still available. Following his retiring from the Navy in 1999, after 44 years on active duty, which doesn't cover the same length of time as Battleship New Jersey, but covers more active time than the battleship, Admiral Reason took a number of executive positions in private businesses and is now more or less retired in the Washington, D.C. area, where he still lives. All of the ships Admiral Reason commanded have been scrapped or are in the process of being scrapped, except for Battleship New Jersey. If you would like to walk in Admiral Reason's footsteps, the battleship will be reopening for tours in March 2021. Who's your favorite naval admiral? Let us know in the comments section down below. Maybe we'll do a video about them in the future. Battleship New Jersey receives operating support from the New Jersey Department of State and from viewers like you. If you would like to support the museum and our YouTube channel in particular, there's a link in the description below that will allow you to donate to support us. Your donations have allowed us to make multiple videos a week for the past year. Remember to like, share, and subscribe so that you're notified when these new videos come out. And thanks for watching.